Who is this? Okay, that is.
It concern me.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? It's another day. Today's Friday, right? Yes. Today's Friday, and it's the end of the week, and we're just here to end of the working week for some certain people because we know that some people work weekends, Saturday and Sunday. So if you're in this category, sorry, it's not the end of the week for you. Okay, how's the day been? How's the week been? So today, like I've been doing, checking up on you, checking up on your love life. How is your love life doing? How is your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your fiance or your fiance doing? And if you're married, how is your spouse doing? How have you been faring in marriage? What challenges have you been facing these past few days? And if you have any challenge, what are those challenges? Let's help you address these challenges. That is what we basically do on this page, Love and Emotions Up. We we talk about everything love, relationship, marriage, and everything that bothers around it, so that we can be holistic human beings, because we know that a whole lot of times general well-being is hinged on their love status. Some people can't concentrate at work because they're probably going through one maybe heartbreak or one turbulence in their marriage in one way or the other, and it affects their work, it affects the turnover, their KPIs and all of those things. And also, pressure, love pressure, relationship pressure, marriage pressure also makes some people behave out of proportion. So sometimes you see some people, they are reacting in an irrational way, or they have anger issues, not necessarily because of anything, but some of them are actually facing relationship pressure, and they don't know how to undo these things, and these things are really getting to them. Maybe they've invested time, they've invested money. Some people have been in relationship for 2 years, 3 years, and the guy is not probably saying anything, or the relationship has been full of heartbreaks up and down, cheating here and there, infidelity. And every time you wake up, you're asking yourself, am I really worth it? Or what am I really doing that is making these people treat me in this trashy manner? So people carry that sense of guilt, that sense of shame, that sense of burden everywhere they go, so much that it interferes with their everyday work. A lot of people don't like acknowledging this fact, but that is actually the truth of the matter. So are you allowing any of these things burden you? Are you allowing any of these things to get to you? That is why we are here. So if you have any relationship burden, any relationship stress, drop it in the comment section, or give me a thumbs up. Let us talk about it in today's live. Or if you have anybody, maybe your brother, your sister, your friend, your bestie, or somebody that that is very close to you, and that their relationship or their marriage is killing them, like is really killing them, let us talk about it. What is the thing that they are facing? What is that problem? And let us address it head on today. So that is why we are actually here. It's not going to go. That is why we are actually here. Permit me, we are on the road, and we are heading somewhere today. So This place is not really nice. Anyway, so that is that about that. So give me a thumbs up if you are in any of this category. Yesterday we talked about what to look out for, what are the things you should be doing, or what are the things you are not doing right that is making uncommitted people come to you, or that is making you not see the right kind of people to marry. But today we just want to talk about lifting up relationship or love stress of our lives, because it's an integral part of our lives. So for example, if you are a wife and your husband is giving you a tough time, there is every probability that situation would make you not function as much as you should function outside your marriage as much as inside your marriage. So when you are at work, how do we balance this feeling when you are relating with people? How do you balance the fact that your husband is giving you a tough time, and if you are the man on the receiving end, how do we balance that tough time that your wife is giving you? How do you make sure that every other thing around you does not suffer? Okay, I can't understand my wife. I've been calling her. She doesn't pick my calls. Okay, I would like to ask from you, Jumi or Miss Jumi. Okay, that should be Mr. because this is the wife. She's not been picking your calls. So does it mean that you guys are not living together again? Like she's not coming home and she's not picking your calls, and if there was a prior misunderstanding before that happened, I would like to know, was there a prior misunderstanding before that happened? And she's probably not in the same house together, like you guys are not living together in the same house. So if you are together, so she just does not pick your calls. So the thing is that when things like this happen, is the problem is not the calls. The problem is not her picking your calls. The problem is deep-seated. The problem had happened before now. So a lot of times when some things happen, we tend to focus on those things, and that's in medical terms we call them symptoms and root cause. So a lot of times we deal with the symptoms and not go to the root cause. So what I want you to do is that if you guys are still together, you still live under the same roof, I want you guys to find a time together and say, how are we actually doing in this marriage? What exactly are the things that we need to work on in this marriage? How have I been hurting you? Hi, Mickey Fresh. How have I been hurting you? Or what have I been doing that you don't like? For some ones, they might not say anything. They'll just be like, it's fine, and you know that it's not fine, because they had probably raised this issue over and over again, with you, and you always discarded it. And so they will feel like, even if you're asking me this question right now, I'll just say it's fine, because there's no point. So it's a natural phenomenon of human beings, when especially they've been trying to address an issue with somebody, and the person has not. Thank you very much, Mickey Fresh, for your like. I can see. Thank you very much. If you're on this call, please like this live, so that the algorithm gives it to other people also to join. Okay, so I was saying that when you are in that conversation with your wife, it's very possible that you would meet that brick wall of defense or of silence. For you to get to that stage where she's not picking your call, she's probably done in her mind, or she's almost done. But like we usually say, there is no relationship or no marriage that is beyond repair, and that is the truth of the matter. We know that it takes two to tango, but sometimes when one party is really vested in making that thing work, it might take a whole lot of time. It might take even separation, but it will obviously work. Hi Elvo. So like I said, if you guys are together in that house, try to have a conversation. If you feel like that atmosphere is not right, or she's not in the right frame of mind, let it go. Find another time when you think she's more relaxed. Bring up this conversation, and when she's saying some things, maybe in any way, maybe she's angry or she's accusing you or whatever thing it is, try as much as possible not to be defensive, because being defensive also ruins conversations that you are trying to have with your spouse, especially if your spouse has been previously hurt by something that you did. She would not want to open up to you again. So even if what she's saying is hurting you, or you feel like those things that she's saying, they are not true, just try to keep calm, be patient, listen to her from our own point of view, because that's also a mistake that we make too when we are trying to probably get close together or resolve conflict, and somebody is explaining where they are hurting. We don't understand them from their own point of view. So another skill that you would need in that conversation is to understand your spouse from her own point of view. If, like, she's a lady now, she probably has a lot of things that she's doing, a whole lot of work, tons of work that she's doing. She's trying to explain that, okay, maybe it affects me in this way or that way, and I'm like, it's not this work that we are seeing. Do not say that, because what you're doing by saying that is to discard what she's going through, her experiences, and this will not make her open up. This will not make things get easier for you. Do you understand? So just try to understand that from my own point of view. And sometimes too, when you guys are discussing, try to ask clarifying questions. So if she says that you are not helpful, don't just take it hook, line and sinker that I'm not helpful. Ask her that, okay, you said I'm not helpful, like, can you give me a vivid example of what you mean by I'm not helpful? Does it mean that I'm not involving myself in the things of the house, or when we are trying to have a conversation, I'm not being part of the conversation? So ask clarifying questions. Clarifying questions will help you to understand what exactly this person means by this statement, because I can say a statement and the statement can mean 10 different things. You can attribute it to different things. Until you ask clarifying questions, you might not be able to really understand what exactly this person means. Do you understand? So when you have that conversation, let me know. I come on live every day. So just look forward to Love and Emotions. So if you're not following this page, follow this page, so that anytime I come on live, you will always see me. And yes, and you always see me, and you can let me. Our phone number and our email too is on our bio, so you can reach out to us. Anyway, our phone number is also on our bio, so you can reach out to us on any of those platforms. If you watch our videos, you will see that we are also present on Instagram and TikTok, and our informations are there, so you can always reach out to us in any way whatsoever. But first, do this, and when you've done it, let me know the result of the conversation. So I'll be calling it a break for today. I just quickly said I should say hi and address one or two issues. Thank you for letting me know. So I look forward to your response, Jumi. Yes, I look forward to your response, maybe later today or tomorrow. And we'll pick it up from there. Thank you, Mickey Fresh. Have a lovely evening. Bye you.